It's the 2-year anniversary of the first COVID-19 case in the United States. And so once again, I'm fasting in memorial. I am 12 hours into fasting. Now, one of the biggest disappointments I have about fasting is that it has to end at some point every time. And unfortunately, a lot of the benefits that I get from fasting, the lightheartedness, the anti-depressing benefits, the being able to problem solve and to have a slower pace of life, a lot of that disappears as soon as I break the fast. And unfortunately, all fasts have to end at some point. The other unfortunate thing is that life happens 24/7, right? You can't really control that the moment I break the fast is the moment that nothing is going to happen. I've kind of learned the hard way. It's kind of hard to control that. And unfortunately, again, fasts have to end. Now, one thing I hope to do eventually, and I'm probably not capable of that just yet, but I want to go on a fastcation, and here's why. Travel is difficult enough for me as somebody with disabilities. When I fly on an airplane, I have to ask people sitting next to me to please be mindful not to spread their food everywhere because I have eczema and high-functioning autism, and I control it very well if I abstain from various things. And part of the reason I haven't flown yet since the pandemic is there's a lot of air rage going on. Just watch the nightly news, and I have a feeling that if I ask the person sitting next to me about this, it may not turn well. I mean, 90% of the time it will, but there's always the off chance that it won't. And obviously, if somebody else is not feeling well, the last thing I want to do is to be on a full stomach and be heavy-hearted and to deal with, to have two people who are unwell dealing with each other, right? And when I get to Poland or Taiwan or any of my favorite haunts, sometimes I have language barrier issues, and I may not always get everything that I want. When I'm fasted, I'm in a lighthearted attitude. Not to mention the number one language barrier is when I try to order food, right? And so if I'm on a fasted state and I'm feeling well, so be it, right? I had a situation when I was living in Phoenix, Arizona. I had gotten into disagreement with, I was booking an Airbnb, and the owner just made a huge mess of the bill. And anyway, things like that blow right off of me when I'm fasting. Just take the money, right? Even if it's off. Also, fasting kind of causes me to lose my inhibition with various things, right? If I see a girl that I like that's out of my league, I'll go up to talk to her, and if it doesn't go well, I'm happy-go-lucky anyway. And unfortunately, I tried to take a fastcation to Wallace, Idaho last month, but I got there, the weather turned on me, and I ended up having to stay 2 extra nights, and I couldn't keep the fast going. And the second half of that trip, I was angry, defensive, and all that. The first half was much more pleasant, right? It really goes to show how much I need my fasting.